Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. We are back at it, and I'm actually excited for today. I'm going to give you 7 whiskeys that I think are worth the hunt and are coming out in the month of September. Cool? All right. So 7 whiskeys worth the hunt coming out in the month of September. So me personally, I'm a huge fan of the month of September. I mean, football's back. You got the beginning of the fall season, so it starts to get a little bit cooler. It's my birthday month. Can't lie. So not too long ago, I celebrated my birthday. Mrs. Judge, she took care of me. We had, she got me some good whiskey, nothing too fancy, but definitely like a few bottles. And I just love the whole fall season. This is the beginning of, when all of like the typically more higher allocated whiskeys come out anytime from like September through December. So I'm just a fan of September as a whole. So one of my favorite months of the year. But before we dive into our episode for today, I want to go ahead and just give a couple updates as it relates to housekeeping. Cool? All right. So first and foremost, earlier this weekend on Friday, we released our single barrel pick of our Glen's Creek OCD number 5. It sold out in 1 hour on the dot, the quickest sellout for the channel for our single barrel. It made it down to most of the tiers, not all. There's only so many bottles obviously that can go around, but hey, we're definitely looking at, let's call it part 2. So we'll see if we can get back out to Kentucky and maybe do 1 or 2 more barrels of OCD number 5. Everyone loves Glen's Creek, as do I. I love their whiskey, so really excited to get that out to the Patron community. Number 2, a lot of people reached out regarding my Glencairns. So if you're interested in a set of my Glencairns, check out the link in the bio for today's episode. All the information is there. Just reach out to me. Next thing is on Facebook. So I'm on Facebook. Not only do I post these episodes, but also like other updates as it relates to the channel. So go ahead, check me out over on Facebook, in addition to obviously Instagram and YouTube, of course, and Patreon. But definitely check me out over on Facebook as well. And then 2 more things. Number 1, upcoming live streams. So tomorrow night, I'm actually, myself and a few patrons, we're actually going to go ahead and welcome West Fork Whiskey Company. So really looking forward to, learning a little bit about West Fork Whiskey Company, as well as on September 26th, Glen's Creek. Dave, the owner and master distiller over at Glen's Creek, is coming on the channel. So we're going to learn a little bit more about Glen's Creek. That's going to be fun as well. All right, last thing. Subscribers. I'm pushing hard to get to 20,000 subscribers. I've been like at 18,500 forever. So if you can, go ahead right now, hit that subscribe button instantly. Hook me up. Help me at least get to 19,000, and then eventually we'll work toward 20,000. Cool? All right. So Judge, hit me with the 7 bottles that you should be buying or hunting for in the month of September, like new releases, and tell me why. All right. So again, I have a couple of these. I have all 7 different options, but they're like older versions, if you will. But I just want to kind of show you from a branding standpoint. Cool? All right. So first and foremost, for number 1 is actually 2 bottles. So I'm giving you like a twofer, if you will, a 2-for-1 deal in the number 1 spot. So number 1 spot, we have Bardstown Bourbon Company. We have Discovery Series number 12. Now this is an older Discovery Series. This is number 7. But just so you can kind of look like from a branding standpoint, I think the new one, I believe the label is white, if I'm not mistaken. But Bardstown Discovery Series number 12. Like all other Discovery Series, they're taking older aged whiskey that's sourced from multiple different places, blending it together as Bardstown does. They do a fantastic job of it. And I mean, I've heard number 12 is delicious. So I'm hunting for that one myself. This is not number 12, but the bottle looks somewhat similar to it. So that's number 1, part A of number 1. The second one for number 1, so one that's called 1B, is the brand new from the Collaborative Series, Silver Oak. So basically, when you think of the Collaborative Series, in most occasions, Bardstown is taking a bourbon whiskey and then dumping it into a second barrel. In this case, the second barrel, if you're a wine drinker, you definitely know the brand Silver Oak. Their Cabernets are amazing. I love a great Silver Oak Cabernet. So Bardstown took some whiskey, they dumped it into the secondary barrel, which was the Cabernet barrel coming from Silver Oak, the wine company. I got this from Mrs. Judge. This was one of my birthday presents, and let's just say it's pretty tasty. It is pretty tasty. So separate review coming on this one, but it's it's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, I'll say that. That's number 1. And these, by the way, are not ranked in order. These are just 7 different releases that I think are worth hunting. Cool? All right. What's number 2, Judge, and why? So number 2 comes from a distillery that I'm a huge fan of. I did have the opportunity. They sent me a sample. I reviewed it. I think it was just like early this past week. But number 2 is Jack Daniel's Coy Hill. Yes, I'll put the link up above so you can check out the review. Jack Daniel's Coy Hill Part 2. This is the original release, but it looks just like it. Part 2 is coming out in the month of September. Chris Fletcher, the master distiller, he had myself and other influencers, like a private kind of chat, if you will, told us all about Coy Hill Part 2 that's coming out. I personally thought the 2024 version of Coy Hill was way better than 2021, the original version, which is this one here. The new one, it's, in my opinion, leaps and bounds better. Check out that episode to learn a little bit more about it. I'm actually going down with my patrons to Jack Daniel's next month to do a barrel pick with Jack Daniel's, and I'm really excited to do the barrel pick, and hopefully maybe I can pick up a bottle of number 2 as well of Coy Hill. All right, that's the number 2 spot. Before I get to number 3 through 7, I need a sip of whiskey. Hey, real quick, just want to say 3 quick things. Number 1, hit the like button. Drop me a comment. Let me know what whiskeys are you hunting for in the month of September. And last but not least, please make sure you also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get a notification each and every time I release new content. Cool? All right. Cheers. Woo! That's good. That is really good. All right, number 3 on the list. So this is a brand, I respect these guys because of their background, obviously, how they started up and so forth. Very similar, the whole influencers, if you will. I really do respect them, and I love where they are now. They've created their own brand. I think the world of these gentlemen and their brand more important. So number 3 is Pursuit United. They came out with their double oaked bourbon and rye. The guys over at Pursuit United, in my opinion, they're just doing a fantastic job. I'm extremely happy that they now truly have like their own official brand. This is like one of their original releases, but they came out most recently with their double oak bourbon and rye. And honestly, I just can't wait to get a hold of them. I've heard nothing but great things about it. So I can't wait to find the Pursuit United double oak bourbon and rye. So that is the number 3 spot. All right. What's the number 4 spot? That's actually what I'm sipping right now. I reviewed this on the channel not long ago, actually, and I loved it. The brand, I'm a huge fan of this brand. I think one of the best craft distilleries out there. Also, my first barrel pick I ever did was with this company. Love this brand new release. So this is the actual bottle, number 4. This is the Woodinville, the brand new aged 8 years. This, in fact, I need more of it because it's just so good. Check out this review as well. Woodinville is doing some great things out of the state of Washington. I love everything that they produce as a whole. Their bourbon, their ryes. They have some finished products as well. But this brand new 8-year, it is A-okay in my book. That is number 4. All right. So what is number 5, Judge, and why? What's number 5 and why? Let's get to number 5. All right. So number 5 is a brand where I love the fact that while they are in Kentucky, they're not this huge, massive distillery. They do a lot from their downtown Louisville location. Smaller footprint. If you go to their distillery, they have tons, and I mean tons, of great, like, you know, single barrels that you can only get at the distillery. Their double oak bourbon and rye is amazing. But some of their newer releases that they put out, for number 5, this is the Peerless. This is the original one, was the rum finish. But the new one that's coming out for Peerless is the cognac barrel finish. It might be a little bit harder to find, you know, in the state of Kentucky or other places. It might be slightly harder to find. But if you've tried the rum finish, you'll know how good it is, how good they are, I should say, rather, with finishing their whiskeys. Now you'll have a chance to try the brand new cognac finish that's coming out from Peerless. I'm a huge Peerless fan. Absolutely great quality whiskey. I'm truly excited to try the brand new cognac finish that's coming out. And hey, we shall see what it's all about. But I trust everything else that they put out. I'm pretty positive that the cognac finish is going to be another home run coming from Peerless. All right. 5 down, 2 to go. what is number 6, Bourbon Judge? What is number 6? All right, so when I think of, I'll kind of stick with like craft distilleries. The state of Ohio, lots of great distilleries in the state of Ohio. This is one that I really enjoy a lot. I did a barrel pick with them a while ago. We're actually in the works of trying to get another barrel pick secured. That hasn't, been finalized as of yet, but we're working on it. I love all of their different products that they have out there. The bourbons, their ryes, their dark pumpernickel rye. Number 6 is the brand new Middle West double cask collection, the Calvados cask. So essentially, whenever you see the Middle West product in a tube like this, it's their double cask collection. Essentially, they're taking a bourbon or a rye. They're then finishing that product in a secondary cask. Most people know this one here, their double cask finish, which is their ported pumpernickel rye, or their pumpernickel rye whiskey finished in a ported barrel. But in this case, the new one that's coming out is the Napoleon Calvados finish. So look for the double cask collection Calvados. That is the new one that is coming out in the number 6 spot. I'm a huge fan of Middle West spirits, so I can't wait to find the brand new Calvados cask finish. That's number 6. All right, what is number 7? Almost could be even my asterisk because it's slightly different. You'll understand the reason why. But truly, number 7, Judge, what is it? All right, one more sip real quick. Cheers to everyone out there. Whew. That Woodinville is delicious. Goodness. Number 7. I did a barrel pick with them last year. Sold out super quick. Patrons loved it. I'm on my last bottle of it that I have right now of the part 1. So I'm not going to open this last bottle until part 2 comes in, which is actually coming in for our Patron community coming up here in the next few weeks. But number 7 is ASW The Fiddler, Georgia Heartwood, the Bourbon Judge edition, 2024. This is my 2023 release, but our 2024 release will be in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and I am above and beyond excited. I personally love myself some ASW The Fiddler, the Georgia Heartwood. I think the whiskey that they're making down there in Georgia is absolutely amazing. Myself and my patrons, we love batch 1, our original one from 2023. I can't wait to bring the 2024 ASW Fiddler to our patron community. Hey folks, as we see in this courtroom, peace, cheers, most important, salute. Take care. See you guys and ladies.